Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start the recording. So this video is for a project I'm working on. I'm still learning with JavaScript. Technically, I already finished some courses, but it's just different if you're um, doing it hands-on, right? So that's why I'm here to show. This will be a record for my project. So this is a color picker, and I got it from this site in here from Vanilla JavaScript Projects. I just saw this site recommended by Free Code Camp. So they have an 8-hour video on how they went through all this project in here. What I'm doing is that I'm trying to complete this all before I uh, watch the video so that I'll know what's the easier route, right? So because I know it would have been better if I just watched the video first, but it's like I already know the answer before I started, so that's why I'm here. I'm gonna go ahead and link this page on the description, but um, it's a color flipper that I'm working on right now. So every time you click, it's gonna show you it's gonna change the background color, and it's gonna display what what is the background color for that, right? So it also has a switcher here to okay, so I'm not sure what's happening. I thought that if I click this one, it's only gonna show simple colors in here. There's still a hex code in here, so I'm not sure what's happening. This, yeah, it's working properly, the hex code. So let's go ahead and check my code in here. So you'll see on my website, it's not looking good, right? I'm not focusing on the CSS of this stuff. I just want the function to work, right? So this is my code. This is my HTML. This is some styling in here, basic styling, and this is my code. And yeah, it doesn't look so clean, right? This is pure JavaScript, no jQuery or something. So what happened here is that if I try to click in here, the default state is gonna be the hex color, right? So this is the hex color. And then if I try to click simple color, it's only gonna show simple colors just like that. If I go back to hex color, then it's gonna go back and just display hex color. So that's about it. The thing, I'm just gonna try to explain what I did here. So first thing I did, I created an array that contains all the colors, right? So these are all the hex colors I put in here, and these are all the simple colors I put in here. And I declared the current color outside the function, outside that scope. I think I was having errors there. I'm not sure why, but the current color, I think I need to display it outside first, yeah. I'm not sure if I could like declare it inside, right? But I think it's easier because I'm gonna use it on two functions anyways. But here, this part is for the hex button. So first thing I did is I grabbed the button. This is the button for the hex. So I assigned here an ID, and I went ahead and grabbed that. And for the current color display, I'm not sure if I need to. I'm just gonna try to comment this out and see if I still need that. Yeah, I don't need to declare it again here. because it's already there on top and it's outside the scope. So I can use it. This function can use it and this function can use it because it's outside. So here I made it so when I click the button, it's gonna run a function. And first thing is that it's gonna generate a random number. So of course I want to make sure that that random number is round up to a whole number. So that's why the function mat.floor is there, the method or something. And then I want to make sure that the random number, this is the one who generates the random number, right? The random number generates between 0 to 1. So it's gonna be point something something. So I want to make sure that the maximum number is gonna be equal to the length of the array, so that, for example, I add a new color in here. Let's just say I add violet in here. I don't need to change it 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't need to change it manually, right? It's gonna be dynamic, because I can always put yeah, I know there's 6 numbers here. I can always put the number 6 in here, but I want to make sure that it works dynamically as much as possible. So that's that. And then I want to make sure that the current color will be equal to whichever the random number lands. So here, for example, it lands on 6. So we're gonna grab 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is this item number 6 for the hex colors, so on. I think the console log is not necessary. I was just using this one to test. And then I grabbed here the body, the background, the this one, the main body, so that it will change the color of the entire section or division. So that's that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and change the style specific to the background color, and it's gonna be equal to the current color. So it's gonna grab the value of this one and put it here. So the style, the background color will then will be equal to that color. And this one, this is just for the text content. I grabbed here, you see the current color display. This is the current color display. This is this, right? That is this. And because I want to make sure that you know what color you're in by the time you switch or flip the colors. So I know I'm in white, red, yellow, and so on. Okay, so that's basically it. And I just went ahead and did another function for the simple button, because this is there's actually 2 buttons in here. You'll see here in my code there's 2 buttons. It's just that one button by default is hidden, and that's the simple button. But by the time that we click these buttons on top, the switchers, that's when you go and change the color mode or something. So that is what's happening in here. I went ahead and grabbed those buttons first in here and made a function every time you click any of them. So you'll see here, if you try to click the simple button, it's gonna hide the hex button. So we're adding the class hide the hex in here, remove show. So we're hiding the hex button and we're showing the simple button. And that's vice versa. When you go with if you click on the hex button, it's gonna go ahead and add the show hex class, and then it's gonna hide the simple button. This is just to make sure that, because if this is not here, you'll notice I need to remove the show simple class, because if it's not there, it's gonna display the two buttons instead, even if you switch, because there's no function to hide the other button again if you click the other one. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. But these are the simple CSS for that. I'm not sure if I need important in here. I think I need it because of this ID. It's kind of a stronger um yeah, I think I didn't need to use the ID in here. I just needed to put a default class on the one I want to hide, like the simple button, and then it will just switch itself. But that's basically it, and that's how I made the color flipper. Let's go simple, and let's go hex. So I hope you got, you learned something with this video. I'm gonna go ahead and continue the projects here. Next time I'm gonna be in a counter. Okay, so it's gonna add, reset, and increase. So I'm gonna think this one through and see how I can go about it. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this one.